Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Melinda Hirens, Executive Director of the Foundation for Madison's Public Schools.
Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to the Foundation for Madison's Public Schools 15th Annual Circle of Friends celebration. My name is Melinda Hirens, Foundation Executive Director, and I'll be your host today for the next 45 minutes. Today also marks the beginning of our year-long 20th anniversary celebration. Over the course of the next 12 months, we will honor our founders, staff members, board members, past and present, and the over 31,000 constituents who have contributed to the foundation over that time horizon. Taken together, this community has now delivered over $27 million in resources to Madison Public Schools through the Foundation for Madison's Public Schools. Never was your commitment more evident than during the trials and tribulations of 2020. We thought we had a pretty good 2019, our best year ever, securing nearly $2.7 million in resources. In 2020, thanks to all of you, we raised over $4 million in the private sector. That amount includes over $400,000 in materials and supplies from TASC in partnership with DEMCO as part of TASC's 40th anniversary celebration. Those materials and supplies went to all 50 schools just as this whole mess got started in March 2020. We can't think of a better way to celebrate our birthday with all of you. In addition, through our 501c4 affiliate, Schools Make Madison Advocates, we led the Vote Yes to Invest campaign in support of MMSD's $350 million Future Ready referenda package. We are profoundly grateful to local voters for your resounding support of Future Ready. A critical element of success was the recruitment of campaign leaders and volunteers. The yard sign deliverers, the phone bank callers, the steering committee members, and the community leaders willing to put their names behind Vote Yes to Invest. I'm proud to introduce one of those leaders, Alder Sheri Carter, a lifelong Madison native and a product of Madison West High School. Thank you for being here today, Alder Carter, and for leading with heart and candor and the belief that Madison can be a vibrant place for all of us.
Well, thank you. I'm Sheri Carter. I am Alder of District 14, which covers South Madison and 8 neighborhoods under that. I'm a Madison West alumni. I went to the university, got my degree in economics, and I'm a lifelong Madison resident, born and raised. Yes, I was co-chair of Vote Yes to Invest campaign, and it was a wonderful experience. You know, one of the things that we have to do to make this city continue to be vibrant is to invest in our schools. So I was delighted that they asked me and honored to serve as co-chair. I think that number one, the foundation's dedication and commitment is outstanding. And secondly, I think it takes all of us. It takes a team to get this work done. And I really appreciated the interaction between the school and the foundation, especially on this campaign, because that was my first exposure, how seamlessly they work together. And because of that, it made my job as co-chair easy. So let's continue to work together. I thank you for working, and let's continue to work together, because this is the vibrancy of Madison and our neighborhoods and community.
Please welcome Betsy Huebel, Board Chair of the Foundation for Madison's Public Schools.
On behalf of the Foundation's Board of Directors, welcome to our 2021 version of Circle of Friends. Though it's different scanning a screen instead of a ballroom, it's very nice to see many longtime and new friends. I'm grateful to be part of today's program and sharing an uplifting story of resilience after a year that changed our lives in so many ways. I've been involved with the Foundation for over 18 years and didn't think I could be more passionate about my support until the last year. With all the changes and demands of the COVID environment, I've been amazed at the dedication, hard work, and ingenuity of our district staff working in a whole new landscape to meet the needs of providing education for our students. On an update call last spring, I was struck by the attitude the district staff had of, "We will figure this out because we have to. Our families and students depend on us." It was a "we can do this" attitude because there is no other alternative. In addition to the education component, our district staff is on the front lines working to address the inequities that many of our students and families face in their daily lives, from providing meals and basic supplies to connecting families with other needed community services. Whether students are learning in person, virtually, or a combination of both, our schools never close. They are always there, serving our students and the community. Last fall, during our online Principal Experience program, we heard from students on what they thought of remote learning. One young man related that he had been truant a lot in his freshman and sophomore year, and now as a junior, all he wanted to do was go to school, and he couldn't. Another said he never imagined that he'd prefer a pencil and paper to a computer and his phone. These firsthand remarks from students emphasize why we do this work. Our students need and rely on our schools. I'm proud that the foundation is in the position to help the district with many of the needed efforts to support these students and the educators who teach them. Thanks to our hardworking, talented staff and a dedicated board, the organization's capacity continued to grow over the past year. It was amazing to witness so many community members and partners who share our belief that schools make Madison step up with continued, increased, and new support. Our efforts are the result of a community coming together to contribute time, resources, and dollars to meet the needs of our students, families, and educators. It can be easy to get stuck in all the negative aspects of the last year and the toll of the pandemic, the horrific loss of loved ones, the disruption that has negatively affected so many, and the economic hardship many people are facing. Yet to move on, we need to learn and concentrate on the opportunity we have to rethink and reimagine. The disruption of the last year has helped to shine a light into many areas of need and an urgency to revisit our priorities, commitments, and partnerships. One area that has taken spotlight for the foundation is our increased commitment to anti-racism work. We have made it a priority and are developing an education plan and programs for our staff and board members, so we embody the change we need to see in all of our interactions and communities. So thank you again for joining us today and being part of our efforts. Thank you to our sponsors for believing schools make Madison by supporting our continued work. Easy Office Products, Madison Gas and Electric, Viridian Homes Foundation, National Garden Life Insurance Company, North Central Group, NewGen, Group Health Cooperative of South Central Wisconsin, Godfrey & Kahn, Exact Sciences, and Custer Financial Services. Thank you also to our Circle of Friends ambassadors and the Foundation's Board of Directors for your generous volunteer services. Thank you to our dedicated teachers and staff in the district, and thank you to our passionate foundation staff for your tireless work to support our public schools. As we kick off the foundation's 20th anniversary celebration, we celebrate the good work that has been done, and we dedicate ourselves to the work ahead of us. We are thank you to all of you for being on this journey with us, investing to create the best possible public schools in Madison. And now I'm happy to introduce to you Gary and Rose Moles of Easy Office Products. We are grateful to them and their partnership since 2019, when the foundation launched a new program focusing on teacher and student supplies.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rose Moles, president of Easy Office Products.
And I'm Gary Moles, Vice President of Easy Office Products.
We're a little squashed in here today because we're trying to do this together on one chair. We sell many chairs. You think that we could have two for this, but we're just going to kind of snuggle up and try to be as close as we can. So I, along with Gary, started Easy Office Products 15 years ago, just before moving back to Wisconsin. And the reason we started Easy Office Products is because we wanted to bring back to Wisconsin not just a locally owned office furniture janitorial supply company, but we wanted to be able to gain strength and give back to the community. So that's what we've done for the past 15 years. We have our own fleet of trucks, so we do our own deliveries in the southern part of Wisconsin, a little bit north too, going up to Green Bay. And we do that all on next day delivery. And we have about 15 employees, a little bit shy right now, given COVID, but we have a terrific team of people. They're all very dedicated, and we're really proud of what we've accomplished. Jerry?
And here's a little bit about us on a video.
Why should your company choose Easy Office Products? This is Beth from a local company in Madison. She just logged on to a big box website and ordered office supplies for her team. But she doesn't realize that she's also just funneled valuable funds outside of Dane County and likely out of our state. And her 2-day cross-country shipping selection will contribute to the pollution of our planet. That's a loss for our city, county, state, and a loss for Mother Earth. There's a better way, Madison. Meet Easy Office Products, EasyOP, your local office supplies partner. When you order from us, more of your company's money will stay right here in our community where it belongs. A stronger economy means that local businesses and families can thrive, and Madison becomes an even better place to live and work. But boosting Madison's economy isn't the only way buying office supplies locally makes a difference. It also reduces the consumption of energy, helps lower taxes, and gives our city its flair. When you choose EasyOP as your local office supply partner, we'll partner with your company to recommend sustainable, recyclable, and renewable product options. Look at your company's buying habits and suggest cost-effective strategies. Save you time by restocking your office supply closet for you if you so desire. And you'll help your community save time and money. Don't be a Beth. Choose EasyOP today. Visit easyop.com or call 608-310-4300 to get started.
The Foundation's Adaptive School partners have always been remarkably responsive to the needs of their schools, but over the course of 2020, they were really remarkable in showing grace and empathy for our public schools, understanding that our educators were doing the best that they could to adapt to virtual learning, to supporting our students who were also adapting to virtual learning. And our adaptive school partners were patient. And when our educators and administrators learned what they needed to support their students, the adaptive school partners once again really stepped up and provided to the best of their abilities what our schools needed to thrive virtually. I'm delighted to bring to you this video highlighting the wonderful adaptive school partnership between Forward Theater Company and the La Follette High School Drama Department.
So the way that this partnership came to be between Forward Theater and La Follette High School is last year we were doing a Seussical for our spring musical. And Jen Gray from Forward Theater came to a rehearsal, and it was supposed to be just a one-time thing. They were doing a giving back campaign, and she came to one of our last rehearsals and did a little workshop with the students, basically.
Well, I had the privilege last spring of coming in and observing a rehearsal of the spring musical of Seussical here at La Follette. I've just been invited to watch and maybe give some feedback to the kids, and it was an absolutely incredible afternoon. huge, dynamic, passionate group of kids working really hard under the expert guidance of Josh Brown, who was directing the musical for them.
I think that our students are going to gain, the first thing that comes to mind is just the skills, right? Especially behind the scenes, the tech students, they're gonna receive training from professional theater technicians, and they're going to receive training on the artistic side of things, but also the logistical side of even how do you go from reading the script to the lighting design, and how do you keep track of everything, and the process behind it, in addition to sort of the creative artistic pieces as well. So I'm just looking forward to seeing the students grow in those areas.
It just felt like an obvious match of a specific need for support and the resources that we actually sort of easily had to offer from Forward.
We just finished up with Whitney, and he did an audition workshop for the students, really just getting them excited and interested and prepared to come to auditions and maybe feel a little more comfortable than they have in the past.
The students have auditions for the show coming up. Some of them, like I said, have auditioned for shows before. Some of them may have seen a poster and thought, I have no idea what this is, we'll check it out. And some, I think, were dragged here by their friends. And so my goal today was not to spit shine monologues and have people up there ready to start a show. My goal was to encourage the students towards a place of openness, of community, of building, and to encourage them to try something new.
You did something maybe new, maybe not, okay? There were mess-ups. The sign of a professional is not the lack of fault or the lack of an accident. The sign of a professional, the sign of someone who I will always work with, the sign of someone who wants to improve themselves, is how they respond to those accidents.
I think if everyone's experience is anything like mine, that they'll come away energized and really excited about the potential that they see in the students here at La Follette.
So that wonderful video was shot before COVID. The quotes that we are excited to share with you now are from both La Follette High School drama students and Forward Theater Company volunteers who managed to find wonderfully creative and innovative ways to work together virtually over the course of the past year. They were able to stage productions and keep the arts alive, which was incredibly meaningful for both the La Follette students and the Forward Theater Company volunteers.
A big thank you to Mary and our colleagues at La Follette High School. A big shout out also to Jen Apoff-Gray and Forward Theater for being such a great friend and partner to our beloved Lancers. At this time, I'm honored to introduce the Superintendent of Madison Public Schools, Dr. Carlton Jenkins. One of the best parts of my job is the opportunity to work with so many talented and committed people. Whether they're preparing meals, delivering supplies, caring for our buildings, teaching our kids, or leading from central office. From all of us at the Foundation for Madison's Public Schools, Dr. Jenkins, thank you for choosing to return to Madison and for bringing your considerable talents to bear in our local community. We look forward to working with you in the months and years to come to ensure that all of our students graduate ready for college, career, and community. A community that welcomes them, sustains them, a place that they permanently want to call home. Dr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Melinda, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, I'm Dr. Carlton D. Jenkins, Superintendent of the Madison Metropolitan School District. I'm honored to be here today and incredibly thankful for the tremendous support and partnership the district receives from the Foundation for Madison Public Schools. As a community, we are stronger together. We accomplish more together. And collectively, our hard work, determination, and support for equitable learning experiences and outcomes for all MMSD students are the reason why we are all here today. We're here for our youth because they are our future, just as others once considered to be the future. These students are our future. It takes a village, and you are that village. The past year was tough, brought us a lot of things in terms of stress and anxieties, but we stuck together. As we face the challenge of school closures brought on by the global pandemic, the historic transition to completely all virtual schools reopening, and the current steps we've taken to successfully welcome our students back to in-person and virtual learning. Everyone, students, teachers, support staff, our Board of Education, our foundation, and especially our families have faced unprecedented personal and professional challenges in making sure that all of our students in Madison Metropolitan School District are taken care of, and we thank you as a community for rising to the challenge. The financial support given to the Foundation's MSCR Community Resource Fund was critical to offering reliable childcare, which was an essential piece, keeping our families in their homes. Every basic need we are able to meet and every obstacle we can remove, all make it easier for our learners to continue to accelerate. Yes, the Foundation, with all of your support, continues to help the district address needs every single day. When I started my administrative career here in Madison some decades ago, the staff always worked to stand up and do what was right for the children. Many of my life lessons and many of my professional lessons come right out of Madison, Wisconsin, especially their belief all children matter. Madison has always been a place where the American idea can be lived out. We're working every day to refine practices so this new norm of instruction and interaction is equitable for all students. We're talking to our families and adjusting our equity and engagement strategies daily. Our efforts reflect the spirit of the MMSD community, which has stepped up to help consistently provide remote mental health care. Yes, support our social services for individual students and families. Yes, much of this work resides with the administrative and educators, but we need your help. Everyone in this room has experience, skills, talents, and resources to lend our schools and scholars. Yes, a school district the size of Madison Metropolitan, 27,000 students and more than 50 schools and over 5,000 employees is sometimes complex. We have many moving pieces and priorities. We make thousands of decisions every single day. MMSD has been inspired by the efforts of our community partners as we have worked together to provide critical support to our families. Recently serving more than 1 million meals, delivering Chromebooks devices to over 10,000 students, providing internet access to 2,000 students. Also, the Foundation has 2 incredible programs which present the community with opportunities to join our school leaders, students, and staff. I invite you to get involved with a principal experience later this year and become an adoptive school partner. If you're not already one, these partnerships are the lifeline for our school communities, providing support for many students and families. We are able to build upon what we've already done, and we're asking for individuals who would like to be substitute teachers. While I'm not encouraging you to change your career, many of our retirees find this to be a rewarding part-time opportunity. So please consider it, or refer others to learn more. Yes, over the last several years, MMSD has increased our focus on excellence and equity in education through the lens of the district's strategic framework and core values. We're providing culturally relevant emphasis on professional development, opportunities for our education leaders as we strive to address disparities and accelerate learning for all students. We believe all students can be successful if they are well understood and well supported by the entire school community, challenged through the use of good, rigorous, relevant curriculum, delivered with a dynamic and flexible instructional leader. As a district, we are committed to working together to making this vision a reality for all students. Right now, our goal remains high quality instruction for every child in a safe, secure, and welcoming environment. And we will continue to be guided by that goal. We will continue to face challenges and changes as we journey through this pandemic together. In closing, I want to thank you again for the opportunity to speak with you, all of you. Everyone at MMSD is grateful to have a strong partnership with and the support of an active and engaged foundation. I am grateful our students continue to demonstrate their strength and resiliency each and every day by being present for remote learning and in-person instruction, and striving to do their best despite these unfavorable conditions. Our staff continues to remain committed to finding creative and innovative ways to engage students with rigorous and equitable learning experiences. Finally, our families continue to be valued partners by providing us needed feedback and challenging us to find innovative ways to serve their children. Let us continue to show each other grace, not grief, and continue to strive for understanding of one another's perspective. Now more than ever, I appreciate everything you are doing to support us this school year, and we will continue to work together in partnership and be #MMSD strong. Now, I would like to introduce Melinda Hirens, the magnificent Executive Director of the Foundation for Madison Public Schools.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jenkins. Now, friends, I look forward to seeing you in person next year and returning to my unique comedic stylings. I appreciate, however, the difficulty of sitting through still more virtual content. In fact, I'm looking at my cell phone right now. Over the last 15 months, I have so completely mastered downward peripheral vision that I can check messages while appearing to look straight ahead. Quit texting me, Mom. I'm in an event. Well, I'm joking, of course, because my mom doesn't know how to send a text. Said another way, I feel your pain, and I will endeavor to keep these remarks brief-ish. One of the traditions I don't want to let go of course, is saying thank you to board members who termed off in 2020 and who are about to complete their service in 2021. Those talented individuals include Kathy Gilman, Susan Goodwin, Jessica McNaughton, Beth O'Callahan, and John Van Note. I also want to say a special thank you to members of the Foundation's Executive Committee, you know who you are, for all the extra time that you have given during the course of the pandemic. That $4 million I mentioned earlier is also directly related to the smart business decisions you made and the leadership you demonstrated, especially during those early nerve-wracking months of the pandemic. At the same time, you and the entire board took steps to embrace our role in addressing the other pandemic that Dr. Jenkins too often has to describe, the racial injustice pandemic. For our newer friends, it's important to note that from its very beginning, the Foundation has been committed to providing its services and programs on an equitable basis to all 50 schools. Indeed, we have a dedicated endowment for each one of those schools. Adopt a School, a principal experience, advocacy, some of the services you've already heard about today, not to mention fiscal agency services and our Madison Public Schools Friends and Alumni Network, again, available to all 50 schools. Today, we stop and reflect and celebrate because we should. It's important to take the time to own our shared success and accomplishments. But at the same time, we also think about and prepare for tomorrow with the understanding that our commitment to anti-racism is a critical element to future excellence and performance. The foundation is committed to you, the community, Dr. Jenkins and his team, and our diverse student body to be the best possible culturally sensitive and effective partner. There are a number of new ways that already illustrate this commitment. We're raising money in support of community schools, one of MMSD's equity strategies. We're leveraging the Future Ready referendum investment by supporting private sector campaigns underway at La Follette, Memorial, and West High schools. But one of the very best ways the foundation can highlight our commitment to equity is through our newest program, our Teacher Supply Program. Here, I'll sneak in a hello to our Schools Make Madison champions, a very special group of friends, 80 households strong, who have committed over $400,000 over a period of years. Their investment in that predictable cash flow is one of the ways that we can build new on-ramps to engagement, including our new Teacher Supply Program. In my 30-year career, the first 12 months of this program will always stand out as something to behold. I am in awe of all the friends and partners and colleagues who created something so adaptable and effective during truly extraordinary times. I hope you enjoy this amazing story and the chance to meet two more members of the foundation team, Mary Reinders and Lori Stensland.
Hi, my name is Mary Reinders, and I'm the program manager for the Foundation for Madison Public Schools Teachers Pets program. It was designed back in 2018 directly with teachers and the school district to bring supplies and tools into our Madison classrooms. Everyone has a memorable teacher from their past. In fact, many will even tell you how they changed their lives. We know that teachers answer a calling not for financial gain, but to make the difference by instilling important foundations in students' lives. National data on teacher spending is echoed in our own Madison Public School District. Our teacher survey and interviews revealed an average of $500 spent out of pocket to purchase retail goods throughout the entire school year. This amounts to about $1.4 million annually when extrapolated across the entire teacher population. Our own research revealed that the majority of teachers spend their own money to meet student needs, including school supplies, healthy snacks, cold weather gear, along with learning aids like books, cool experiments, class trips, supplies that in many cases, struggling families are unable to provide at the start of the school year. That's the stuff that changes lives. The Foundation for Madison Public Schools is passionate about our teachers, their students, and equitable access to our high quality urban education for all our learners. In 2018, the foundation started Teacher Supply Business Planning. In 2019, we ramped it up by working directly with Madison teachers to co-create a pilot program called Teachers Pets. We designed it to bring at-cost supplies to teachers, allowing them to order online, getting what they need and when they need it. But we didn't do it alone. We're working with Easy Office Products, a small Madison business, to access at-cost goods and secure 24-hour delivery directly to our schools.
We developed a program with the foundation to serve the teachers throughout the Madison School District. And we came up with a program that allows the teachers to go on our website, search for products that are on a pre-approved list, and order what is specifically needed for their classrooms. They're quality products, they're exactly what that particular teacher needs at that time, and we facilitate the logistics of getting those products to the teachers in a timely manner.
One of the challenges that we've seen with teachers throughout the years we've had the company is that a lot of times there's products that teachers think that they may need in terms of a brand, but there's lower cost alternatives that are equal, if not better. So that's one of the things that we tried to put together as we help the foundation.
By 2020, when COVID shut down in-person learning, we didn't quit there. In fact, we expanded the pilot model, meeting the district's call to serve all 50 schools and special programs. Our community responded too. They donated more than $300,000 to bring virtual tools, learning, and wellness supplies to over 4,000 students. For us, it's all about relationships. We build partnerships with vendors, local businesses, area nonprofits, and volunteers to access funding at cost and donated inventory to get it into our schools to promote equity, increase student engagement, and to ignite learning. In the end, our program helps to ensure that teachers get what they need to do their jobs and to do them well. That means all students get access to high quality educational experiences that Madison schools have to offer. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your support.
Our team at the Foundation for Madison's Public Schools is one that I am so proud to be a part of. It's been a challenging year with the various obstacles presented by COVID-19 and the challenges that our schools have had to meet. But I'm so pleased that we've been able to really work together as a team and work closely with many community partners who are essential to make our work and support of the schools possible. I think as a staff, we've learned how innovative we can be, how adaptable, how creative, and we've really relied on one another to make so much possible, often in very short timelines. And it's just, again, a team I'm so proud to be a part of and a joy to work with. Our partnership with the Madison Metropolitan School District has really grown over the course of this year. We have come to really rely upon one another. And I think we've proven that the Foundation for Madison's Public Schools is a reliable supporter and partner. I find the district is turning to us more now than ever as a trusted partner, which means we simply must continue to be that supportive partner to meet those needs and to adapt and innovate wherever possible to continue to support our schools and our students. Well, the foundation was in the process of concluding our pilot, which had gone really well. We were receiving evaluations from teachers, lots of great feedback. They were liking what they were seeing. They were liking the responsiveness of the program. And of course, COVID hit just as we were doing our final deliveries. And there was a very slight pause, not much of one. Of course, I think the whole world paused for a moment, but very quickly the foundation went to work to assist the needs of the Madison Metropolitan School District, particularly through raising funds to support Wi-Fi and hotspots, and also student enrichment materials. And then over the summer, as it became obvious that schools would remain virtual for the fall, the school district came to us once again and said, we have a real need for students to get basic supplies to assist them with virtual school. And I think that's something we often take for granted. We might think that every kid has markers, paper, pens, calculator, whatever at home. And of course, we know that that's just not the case. So what happened was really a remarkable effort, frankly, a highlight of my career. So many community partners, individuals, volunteers, all came together. And what happened was we had 2 volunteer days at the Alliant Energy Center where we assembled, packed, and delivered 2,500 supply kits for students most at need in the Madison Metropolitan School District. We had over 100 volunteers, and to make all of this happen, partners came together. Our wonderful partner, Easy Office Products, the Alliant Energy Center, the United Way of Dane County, Madison Public Libraries, the City of Madison, and the Wisconsin State Journal. The Wisconsin State Journal was instrumental in getting the word out about this effort.
As a news organization and business that's always looking for ways to support the greater Madison community, this program is absolutely a no-brainer for the Wisconsin State Journal. Our role, simply put, is to work as an organization to give visibility and financial support to a program that deeply and relentlessly works to serve 3 groups of people we care very much about as an organization: teachers, students, and families. That's why we're proud to partner with the program, and that's why we look forward to a continued partnership. Now more than ever, as we're hopefully coming down the home stretch of the pandemic, our community needs to make sure that our Madison students have everything that they need to be successful that teachers have everything that they need to be successful. We've got a lot of ground to make up over the course of the last year, and this is just one way that we can help make sure our students, families, and teachers have the tools to be successful. They need our support. They need supplies, and we want to be a part of those extraordinarily important efforts. I think just from an organizational standpoint, whether it's a news story about the launch of the drive, or now as we move forward, looking at some different partnerships in terms of marketing, advertising space, house promotional ads, those are ways that we know as an organization we can support this really, really important community effort.
Over the course of this year, the Foundation for Madison's Public Schools has taken what started as a pilot with an uncertain future and invested in it as a long-term program of the foundation under the umbrella of our community partnerships. We see that it's working, and we are invested in it for the long term.
We believe in the triple bottom line, which is planet, profit, and people. And at the end of the day, our support of the foundation is ultimately about the support of the children. And there's nothing more important for the future of our community than that. So that's why it's so important for us to be involved, and we hope that other people feel the same way.
So just wanted to, give a shout out to the organization, the foundation, and the Teacher Supply Program. I remember getting the emails from my principal, Ms. Cepeda, letting us know that we're going to be receiving the backpacks. And it was just so, it felt great that we were able to supply all 350 scholars with a brand new backpack filled with supplies. And the information and the feedback that we received back from families, one, they couldn't believe it. We actually had several families saying, this isn't on the supply list. Our kids don't, our scholars don't need all these items. So it's okay. We really don't need it. We're like, nope, it's okay. It's just keep it, they're going to need it eventually. And to just witness the look on scholars' faces for receiving these new items, but also more importantly, what it does to us as a school and as a community. And again, I've said this before, for teachers and for staff as myself who work with the community, who try and get these items in, it just was very, very helpful. It felt, for me personally, it felt like I didn't have to do all the extra outreach to get supplies in and get donations in. So this Teacher Supply Program, we can't stress enough on behalf of myself and our school community and our teachers, how impactful and how important it really is to support schools and support our teachers and support our families and support our scholars. For those of you who don't work with families and students, it may be hard to really gauge it and witness it. For those of us that do, believe you and me, it means a lot. It means a lot, and it speaks volumes with everybody that is a part of this. So please, continue supporting us. There is a link there that you can access that will allow you to continue making contributions and supporting the Teacher Supply Program. It really, really does make a difference, and we appreciate everything that we receive. And even if it's just a backpack without the items, we appreciate that too. Or even if it's just supplies, we appreciate that too. But just wanted to let you know that everything does count and everything does matter, and it makes a big difference to all of us. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Did I mention that we work with some really talented people? Now, for all the details that you've heard today, the absolute bottom line is, aside from my hair and makeup, is how are our kids really doing? Are we setting them up for success? Alder Carter, who started our program, is an example of an MMSD alum who has already succeeded and is on a well-established career path. Just like the foundation, she's committed to passing the baton along to the next generation. Our next speaker is part of that generation, Juliana Baldo, soon to graduate from Madison Memorial High School, and another one of our Vote Yes to Invest campaign co-chairs. That's right, this teenager helped to secure $350 million in investment to support the generations that will succeed her. Juliana.
So my name is Juliana Baldo. I am currently a senior at James Madison Memorial High School in Madison. I worked with the organization kind of the past year leading up to the 2020 school board referendum. I guess worked as a voice for the student body at many school board meetings with the organization to kind of reflect the ideas of my classmates and our values in the referendum process. I've been involved in climate advocacy in Madison for a couple of years now. I kind of started that during, I guess, the middle of my junior year, and it's been just all around a really rewarding experience. I think that, at least from my perspective as a student, hopefully representing other students, it can be hard to kind of break into the bigger organizations of the district as a younger person, and the foundation was completely instrumental in having my voice be able to be heard. And over the course of the time I worked with the foundation, I saw the things that they were able to accomplish. I think it started really with just getting sustainability, like, even thought about in the legislators who were organizing the referendum's minds. I think that was the first really big step that they accomplished. And then, of course, all of their kind of outreach and advocacy, encouraging people to vote yes on the referendum. Personally, my own family, it was through my work with the foundation that they were kind of made aware of these issues and really pushed it strongly to vote yes. Like I said before, I think, been involved in climate awareness for a super long time. I've known since I was very young that kind of climate advocacy, climate justice is the field that I want to pursue professionally in college and beyond. And that really comes from some fantastic education that I've gotten. Throughout middle school and high school, I've had, especially science teachers, that are really, really focused on the importance of sustainability and being aware of global warming and its negative effects in the classroom, kind of recognizing what we can do outside of the classroom. And, those educational experiences really instilled kind of being aware of climate justice as a core value in me. And I kind of wanted to just pay it forward. I saw this as an opportunity where, I might actually be able to make a difference in a set of policies that would directly affect, my community and the people that I live with and care about in a positive way. And that was really important for me to get involved with. Thank you for all the support that the foundation has given the students of MMSD. For everybody listening, it really makes a difference to know that our voices are being heard, kind of by some of the people in charge. And we have that kind of outlet for our thoughts. I would say I'm so excited the referendum got passed. That is really important for me. I have a younger sibling who may kind of enter into the district in the next few years, and it's really exciting for me knowing that she's going to be in updated facilities that are going to be sustainable. I would say just continuing to educate young people about climate change and climate justice is big. I think the most important part in this fight is definitely fostering awareness of the issues and how to combat them, not even on a personal scale, but on a more kind of widespread political and legislative scale. And I also think it would be cool to get some solar panels. I think they spice up the 50-year-old roofs on these schools.
Friends, the time has come to say goodbye. As follow-up, we will send you a link to today's program, and our 2020 annual report will be available on our homepage. We hope you'll send our content to your networks. The foundation staff will hang out afterwards for your questions and feedback. You'll also have a chance to continue to network with other attendees. Again, thank you for the gift of your presence today during the start of our 20th birthday year, and for believing that schools make Madison. We hope you'll continue to be a part of the foundation family because we also recognize that Madison makes our schools. So long, and have a happy and relaxing Memorial Day weekend.